Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo.
Say what? Say what?
What's up, scenario?
Let's get it.
Sharif.
I do.
Sharif Abdul Muhammad. Sharif has been having a sexual relationship with Deja for a couple months. He told her from the jump that he's not looking for a relationship.
Oh, these is fake names. Okay.
Deja starts thinking that there's something more after a couple more weeks go by. And, you know, Reef, the way he has sex with her changes. He takes her out on dates. You know, he even cried on her shoulder about personal matters before. Eventually, Deja asks him, what are we? Because I'm feeling misled. Reef says that he kept it real from the jump and that she put that on herself. Who's tripping more? Reef or Deja?
Deja is a sick individual. Deja a sick individual. Nigga told you straight up, I don't want that. What the fuck hell? What you mean?
Yeah, I think that
What are we talking about? I told you already.
we got. I think I'm gonna just give advice to women. When a man says something like that, believe him. Believe him. I know that he is misleading, and that's where it's your decision. But you did the right thing. You questioned him, so I'm not saying she did nothing wrong.
How is that misleading?
She said she's asking. She said she's expressing how she feels, right? She said I'm feeling misled. Now he says he gives her the run back, and then that's when you make your decision, Deja. Well, am I gonna stay? Okay, now that we have this clarification, am I gonna stay doing this, or am I out?
It wasn't clear what I said, yo.
No, listen. I'm on your side, bro. I'm on your side. What I'm saying is,
It wasn't clear first time.
what I'm saying. He said it. She said, hey, things are different. So it's either up to them to look, all right. That's where we communicate. Do you need? Okay, so do I need to stop doing this, or do we need to stop fucking, or are there boundaries? Like what's going on? What's like you know what I mean? That's where. And if you don't want to have that conversation, which you don't have to, then you end it, or you take the shit and you live with it. That's just how I feel about it. Like that's it.
I'm gonna take the side of you talking about expectations and reality. As a nigga, you can't be doing all that and not expect a girl to catch feelings.
Facts.
That's regardless of how clear you make it, you can't be putting it down, crying on the shoulder, taking her on dates, and
100%.
and doing all this shit that you would do normally with a girl, and don't expect.
That's my friend.
Don't expect.
That's my friend.
Her to catch feelings. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let me ask
You being naive.
That could be my friend. That's my cut buddy.
Women literally have food niggas that they only go out with on food dates. What the fuck you mean? What are you talking about? Yes, I can do that. I can do that.
Okay, but the question. Okay, so look, the question I would ask to that is she doing those things with the food buddy? Do she do those things with the food buddy, or is she just getting food?
Regardless of what you're doing with people, everybody dates. People date for different reasons.
They're not.
They date. People date for different reasons. They date different people for different reasons. They treat different people in different ways.
So is it wrong to want? So is it wrong to want? I think the question I'm asking is, would it be wrong for her to want clarification?
He already.
And she's saying like, look, no, but she's saying like, look, I only want a cut buddy relationship, right? But then he's doing things that maybe to her, what she doesn't is not sure of. So she asked him, hey, what are we? Because I know you said this, but you're doing this, so that's leading me to believe that there's something more. So she's asking for clarification.
I'm hungry.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with
I'm hungry. I'm calling you. Hey, you want to go get something to eat? That's not a date. I just want to go out to eat with somebody. I don't want to eat by myself today.
I'm trying to get drunk and fuck.
That too. I wasn't even gonna go there.
What are you talking about?
But shit.
Nah, but that's not all my homies
Him
doing.
crying on his shoulder.
He was crying on his shoulder.
He might have already been.
I was drunk. I'm sorry I didn't cry on your shoulder. I had a lot of shit going on. I was drunk.
My ex fucked around.
The ex got pregnant.
Fucked around, pregnant. They're right across your shoulder.
What's wrong with that?
My point is, it's not realistic to expect a girl to be like, okay, I'm gonna go along with this for a long time. Eventually,
Why not? I have absolutely dealt with women that was realistic to expect, and they just want.
Well, you a different breed.
I've had that. And
And then we both. You a different breed. I didn't see you pull off some things I ain't never knew.
And also,
You did a 3-1 lead to 72 Warriors. You feel me?
but I know seen girls. You okay? I'm asking you. That never backfire on you.
So don't say it's not real.
Never.
It has backfired on me. It
Okay.
has backfired. But we can't say it's not realistic. Because I've had those relationships with women where it was like, hey, we ain't, you know, this ain't, it'll be like, yo, you know, this ain't nothing, we ain't doing nothing special. And then we just,
No,
I fucking,
I'm cutting you off, but only thing I would say-
fucking, she got a girl, I got a nigga.
No.
She got a nigga, I got a girl.
The difference was she felt like she was let on. I'm telling you this is saying, you saying you were drunk, y'all was just cut buddies. Was you crying on her shoulder? Was you taking her on dates? Were you treating her like your girl?
Yes.
Okay, my question was, would you felt like she was wrong for asking you, like, what are we?
No, I would never feel like it was wrong for asking, but
You
at
can't
the same
get mad at
time,
my answer.
I didn't say she got mad. I didn't say she never said she
at the
got
same
mad.
time, we definitely had this conversation before. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you the same thing I already told you.
Yeah.
Like, do what you want with that information, but we've had this
Yeah.
conversation. This isn't some new shit.
Okay.
So don't go telling people,
Amen.
oh, he
Amen.
led me on. That's not leading you on.
Listen,
That's not the same thing.
That's true.
It's not leading you on.
I'm gonna tell you what I say. And like I said, I think that when he's like, there is some blame on her, a lot of blame on her. When he already told you from the jump, like I said at the beginning, when a man tell you something, expect that. That's what you should expect. So if you let a man take you to that type of, like he's doing all that, then maybe you should be the one to set the boundary. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it should have been. Now, me personally, back in my day, when I was having cut buddy relationships, you know what I'm saying, my rule was always like, you get in and get out after 3 months. Because after that, it's going to turn into something. So I made sure I told the girl the same thing that he did. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, if she caught them feelings, refer back to page 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the bad guy. Refer back to page 1.
Check it. Here's why I don't like this. I don't like that you let me on shit, because in my younger days, you know, 26, 27, 28, them days, you know,
3 days ago.
Bro, can I fucking talk, bro?
He not girl.
Can I fucking talk, bro?
No, you absolutely
In my
can't.
younger days, 26, 27, 28ish, I've led women on before and made, you know, there were times where I didn't tell them, yo, I don't want a relationship, where I was, you know, actually acted like I did want a relationship and didn't want one.
Yeah.
So if I tell you that shit up front, you definitely not about to come back months later and be like, oh, you let me on. No.
Technically, that's
I led your homegirl on. I did not lead you
So
on.
look, that's why technically,
I led your best friend.
that's
on,
why
not you.
technically
I
that
learned from
works.
her.
Yeah, I was straight up with you.
I mean, it just sounds like it's an argument.
It worked
It's an
last time.
argument of what I said versus kind of we gotta know how women react to things.
No, they need to listen to what we say and believe it. If I say I just want to fuck you, I just want to fuck you. That's it.
Listen, I get what you're saying. I'm more towards the man, but I'm 50. I'm like
I'm tired of these double standards.
60, 40.
Whenever when I say something that a man should have, nah, but you gotta
I just
understand
know.
as
I
a
think
woman,
no.
as a woman.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
It's always an excuse.
I'm gonna tell you the
It's always
difference
an
between
excuse
me
for
and
them.
Brandon. I'm gonna tell you the difference between what I learned between me and Brandon. Brandon, you're more of a technical guy. Like, this is what it should be. Why can't we do it? Like how we talk about John Wall? You think like that. Me, I kind of look at it more like, this is just the reality. You can't like, I deal with what we know.
But when I
What we know as people. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but when
So
I
it's
say
like-
it's a double standard for a man, it changes. But when I say it's a double standard for a
What
woman,
double
y'all
standard for
agree.
a woman? What? Like explain the situation. What you trying to talk about the double? How is it a double standard?
Like-
I'm trying to catch you.
A double standard as far as a woman. Oh, we just had this conversation not too long ago. Even like the affirmation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being a great woman. You know, you faithful. I love you. Da da da.
Mm-hmm.
Us as men, we're supposed to give those words of affirmation.
I get
That's
you
just what we're
saying.
supposed to do.
Kind of like how I
But
said.
if a man wants it, it's like, oh, nigga,
Yes,
you
bare
want an
minimum.
award just for doing a bare minimum. It's just like, yo, it's just like,
No, I agree. That is a double standard.
But
like I said, but like I said,
let me get in between y'all. Just be neutral. There's double standards on both sides. Though.
that's what I'm always saying.
Man
But
got-
the double standards are always more acceptable for the women than it is for a man.
in terms of
In
what?
certain areas.
In certain
No,
areas.
in certain areas.
You saying the majority?
A majority.
Say it again, what you say?
It's a majority when it comes down to double standards, which I think there are double standards in a lot of different
And there
situations.
should be. And there should be.
But when it comes down to double standards, the women get
The majority
they have
of the
majority
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
Yes.
than the men.
Agreed.
And
Fuck, I hate agreeing with this nigga. Agreed.
And that's what I say. And that's why a lot of my shit sound like I'm talking crazy on here, but it's just like
No, you be talking
shit's
crazy.
wild.
Don't do that. We ain't gonna go that far. You be talking crazy.
I know. I said I'd be talking crazy on here, but what I'm saying, like when it comes to shit like this,
Yeah, I mean, I think
There's
more
a
so what I'm doing is that I'm just seeing the flaws that what both of them did in there. I think that she's more at flaw.
Of course.
Double standards are reality, though.
It
You
was,
understand
yeah.
that, though? Like,
No.
double standards are changing.
I get that there's double
So-
standards.
I'm not
Listen,
arguing double
I'm not
standards.
even
I know
listen.
it's reality.
I'm not even
It is
against
what it is.
y'all. I think if I was talking to a young nigga, right, and he came to me and he told me his situation, I'd be like, young nigga, when you get in another cut buddy relationship, don't do all that shit with her. Keep it in and keep it strictly
That's
business.
whack, though.
That's what I was
whack.
gonna say.
That's whack.
But he's saying, nah, as long as I keep it a buck with you from
I
jump.
mean, yeah, I mean,
You
that's-
should be able
to do
cool.
that.
If that's what, but if you willing to deal with what's gonna come with that, then fine.
And that's what I was trying to say.
Then that's
but he's
fine.
saying it's
That's whack.
He's saying he's done it.
I
He's
should
saying that's-
absolutely. Let me tell you, I should absolutely be able to tell you straight up when I get your number. Yo, I'm not looking for nothing right now. I'm not interested in a relationship or whatever. I'm just trying to find somebody to kick it with, chill with, hang out with, fuck, and this and that. I'm not, but I do
That's
not.
a great
I
explanation.
do
A lot of people
not
don't do
want
that.
to. I do not want to
being
be your boyfriend. I don't want you to be my girlfriend.
You know what the double standard is? Girls will swear and niggas don't be upfront with them.
Yeah.
even though you said that.
Even
Message.
Well, I
And you might
guess
have said that. And you might have said that.
Girls
in the
will
middle.
say
do most men,
And-
do most
and-
men,
and
do
you
most
in a-
men, but okay.
You in a lose-lose situation.
Let me ask you a question.
If
I
you
don't
do-
know. I don't know. Cause me, I've always been the type of person. I ain't never really went to debt like that, but I will keep it in front. I keep it up front with you. Like, look, this is what I'm looking for. This is all I'm trying to do right now. I'm not interested in a relationship. Do
It's all
a
fake.
lot of niggas do that? Do a lot of niggas say what they want?
I-
in
I-
general?
I-
And the
Well,
seven-
that'd be the question.
With the 7 women that I've dealt with in my life, yes, I've absolutely done that with 4 of them.
And you
No.
meant it.
Just some good shit.
What's the next one, man?
All right. You and your cousin are
Oh,
roommates.
double standard. That's what
You and your cousin are roommates. He's letting you pay less in rent so you can get your finances straight. And you're grateful for that. But your cousin has a son that you watch. As of the last 2 weeks, you have been watching him anytime that you're off of work. Basically, you have no extra time. Even when your cousin is going out to hang, he puts his son on you. You need a place to stay, but you're feeling overwhelmed. How do you handle this?
How old is this son?
Let's say he's 3.
Nah, nigga, I'm paying extra. We paying the same in rent.
3 and 13. Give it to me.
got
You
me
said
fucked
2
up.
different ones?
Give me 3, give me 13. Give me your opinions on
3?
Give me your opinions on
3, nigga, come get your son. 13, who gives a fuck, man? This nigga grown as hell.
Hey, buddy.
Why are we watching this grown ass nigga?
Either way, you in the streets.
Either way, you're old, nigga.
13. Hey, bro.
What?
I picked up some hot pockets. They in the
Okay, so
freezer.
13 is a little bit more evident.
Yo, it's
Let's-
mad
give me
cereal.
3.
It's mad cereal in there.
Give me 3. Give me 3.
3.
Bruh,
Hey,
y'all-
bro, we paying the same in rent. Cause
No, I just said.
No, we are because I'm watching your kid. That's me.
We're actually not. Daycare costs a lot more than rent.
He just said.
No, I get what you're saying about the money, but I'm talking about me watching your kid. That's money.
Daycare is more than rent. We ain't paying the same. Nobody.
How often?
I ain't paying shit.
How often? Especially
Hey,
after
bud,
hours.
Hey, you ain't getting no rent money, homeboy, from for watch your son.
How often you watching the kid?
He just said whenever you're off of work, you either go to work or you watching your son.
Oh,
Hell.
I ain't never. I'm working 24 hours a day,
Nah, we
And
got
I'm
that.
finding-
That's not fair.
and I'm finding that
Yeah,
cut
our
buddy to stay at her
conversation-
house.
That's worth more than half rent.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey,
That's
hey,
more-
bro,
more
look,
than half
look.
rent.
I understand. I appreciate what you're
bro,
doing
you
for
know
me.
what daycare is?
But at the same time, my brother, I got a life. I understand that you got a life. We gotta work something out. I'm always willing to watch my cousin. You feel me?
Fuck that. I'm always
But-
willing to pay the other half of the rent.
But you know what I'm saying? If you don't agree with that, yeah, I'll pay. Even do you need more in rent? I'll do that, and I'll figure something out. Maybe I need to pick up an extra job, or let's figure this out though, because I need relaxation time, bro. Watching a
That's not
3-year-old
an even trade.
Yeah, that's not
Damn.
even trade. So.
That's
Fucking
true.
my shit.
And I don't like the way that you taking advantage of me, because I feel like you taking advantage of me. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, that conversation. I think we all in agreement that conversation needs to be had. Correct.
Hell yeah.
This one's gonna be interesting. All right, Frank.
What up, Frank? Uncle Frank.
He meets Tierra at a local QT.
Tierra sound like a bad.
Pleasant Hill, QT.
Small is it Pleasant Hill QT now?
They had been talking for a couple months, you know what I'm saying?
I'll post up there sometimes. Go fishing. I mean, go fish.
Got no more.
Okay.
One day Tierra runs into Frank at the grocery store. Now they've been talking, they just happen to run into each other, right?
It's like, wow.
Frank, he got 2 kids with him. She asked him, who are they? You know what I'm saying? Who are your kids? They so cute. Who's these kids?
I think you think about Moesha.
My bad, Judge. Go ahead.
One day Tierra runs into Frank at the grocery store
Uncle Frank.
and he finds 2 kids. You know, so she sees 2 kids with him. She asks who they are. He says they're his kids. Tierra's taking it back. She's like, you never told me about any kids.
You never asked.
She asked him why you never told me.
You
He
are
said,
hiding a child.
you never asked.
Alright, world for child for the world.
Bitch, she ain't got Instagram.
Who's in the wrong?
Well, does she got Instagram?
Let's say he don't got the kids on the ground. He didn't post. He
Has
don't
she
know.
ever asked if I had kids?
I just said, he said, you never asked. Y'all stop talking while I'm trying to goddamn second question. You
Wait,
probably
how long you said they was talking?
for a couple months. Okay, let me reset the question. Frank meets Tierra at a local QT. They have been talking for a couple months. One day Tierra runs into Frank at the grocery store and he has 2 kids with him. She asks him who they are. He says it's his kids. Tierra's taken aback because she's never heard of any kids. She asked him, why you never told me that you had any kids? He says, you never asked. Who's in the wrong?
She is.
She is. She should have
As soon as she said, how come you ain't tell me you have, how come you ain't tell me you have kids? He said, bitch, I met you at the QT. That's what I would have said. Simple as that.
Oh shit. Hey bro, I wasn't expecting that from you.
Listen. Here's my serious answer. I don't think either of them is wrong. It clearly just never came up.
I think they both in the
I
wrong.
feel like it was a miscommunication.
They don't mean they
I
both
feel like you
stupid.
should-
I don't know how much they talk, so
They
it
both-
might have never came up.
They both
Have they been fucking?
Sure.
Question doesn't say that.
Sure. I
Yeah.
don't know.
When were they fucking? After the club? Middle of the day? Brunch? Like,
Every
when-
other weekend.
It depends.
It wasn't his weekend.
I share different information with different bitches.
She might not got the cut buddy title yet.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask y'all something. Okay, we got kids. We got kids.
That
Well, I haven't experienced any kids. Okay, yeah. I guess my serious answer first would be because I've been in this situation. This is where this
You have?
the inspiration, not just
Personal.
not exactly, but I've been through it.
Drag.
Do I need to
Story time. Nope. Story time.
You are
Story
not
time.
a child.
I don't think
No
I've heard.
edits.
Have I never heard this?
Before?
Okay.
No edits.
Okay, make it
Story time. So I met a girl
Pause.
at the QT, and I was like, damn, I know you from Facebook. Right? I've seen you on Facebook.
Facebook?
This is years ago, right?
That's the lingo?
This is like a good 10 years ago, right? So
I've never bagged a
Shawty
bitch
go-
say,
this is-
I know you funny, but I've never got no pussy like that.
I seen her at
Once.
I seen her at
Level
QT on Pleasant Hill when it first opened. I like, hey, is your name so-and-so on Facebook? She like, yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah, we follow each other, blah blah. Blah,
Her
right?
name was Janet Two Ratchet.
Nah.
Claxton,
I'm gonna tell y'all off air.
Janet
what
Two
she-
Ratchet Claxton.
I'm gonna tell y'all off air what her name
Magic
was.
class.
So look. So Shawty was like,
Claxton.
it's not exactly the same story, but basically Shawty was like, you know, we was texting and shit. She was like, yeah, I got a kid, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm like, I can do one, you know, a little rascal. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can do one. So, you know what I'm saying? Actually, like, I'm feeling her. He know what I'm talking about. He'll remember when I tell him.
Oh, I know now.
Yeah, I'm feeling Shawty, right? Then when I get over, so we link up, and she like, yeah, my 3 kids. I'm like,
Oh. That's different.
yeah, it is different, but that's what I'm saying. That's where
She
inspired from.
She said she got a kid. Okay,
She
she
got
got 3.
Yes. So in this situation,
That nigga just did
my
that.
serious answer would be like both of y'all are at fault. Like you, because you should have probably vetted the nigga. I ain't saying you gotta run down and, you know what I'm saying, give a nigga like a goddamn interrogation, but conversation should have came up. And for men, I mean, me, a nigga that got kids, I love my kids and I talk about my kids too much. If I'm in a relationship, I'm going.
You got kids?
my kid. I'm gonna speak on my kid. I'm gonna speak on my kid. I'm gonna let you know I got a kid.
I ain't gonna
That was the
lie.
situation.
I've been in this situation before, and this chick I was fucking with, she literally only posted her son all the time. It was the oldest kid. She posted her son. That nigga's like, he was like 9, 10 at the time. It was a couple months ago. He's probably 9 or 10 still. Listen, what's important? What's important?
You grow up since
What's
then.
important? Alright. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I was earlier today.
3 hours ago.
Check it.
He
What's
was a
important
different man
is
3 hours ago.
what's important is that I pull up to her crib and there's 2 little girls running around. I pull up at like 10. Mind you, I kind of feel like, you know, it's a school night. Why the fuck is they up? Cause my son went to sleep and I came over here. You know, so I'm kind of feeling like what's going on, right? Why your kids ain't sleep? So I pull up.
Why your nieces ain't sleep?
Yeah, what the fuck? You got your son.
cousins.
First of all, your son ain't even up. That nigga.
This nigga knocked out. The other kid.
Nah, his door closed. He probably in the room playing Fortnite.
He
But
9. Yeah, he 9.
The 2 little girls running around.
That was younger than the.
Yeah, they was like 5 and 6 or 7.
Okay.
So you know, shit like that.
A lot of
So they
energy.
running around. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? It's 10 o'clock. I came for the Henny and pussy. Okay, so I came for that. I'm on that.
My
vibe.
buddy relationship, you told her from the jump. Like,
I'm on that vibe. You
put
know,
your kid to sleep. I'm here after one.
You know, you texting me crazy shit. Like, that's
Look
what
at
I
that little
pull up.
rascal.
So
Little
I pull
rascal.
up. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? And I'm like, yo, I swear to God, and I was already drunk, so I asked. I said, hey, who kids is them? She was like, oh, they're my daughters. And I was like, hey, you only post your son on Instagram, you know that?
What was that? What was that?
I swear to God, bro.
What Shawty said?
She said, I don't like people all in my business.
That's exactly what they say. That's exactly what they say. Hey, that's what Shawty told me. No cap. No kizzy. That's exactly what Shawty told me. She said, no, you know what Shawty told me? You know what Shawty told me? You know what Shawty told me? Shawty told me, she was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The other 2 by 2 different men, and I don't need social media judging me. Something like say you have 3 baby daddies by 3 different men, so like the one by your first child, like what's the hoe? You know what I'm saying? She kind of basically, without telling me.
Hey, going for 3 for 3 like that, do that make you a hoe?
No.
It doesn't mean that you ain't have protected sex 3 times. Unprotected.
I mean, hell, you could have had sex 3 times and had 3 different baby daddies, 3 different people.
I know,
But
never mind. I ain't gonna put it out.
you
I ain't said to do. I was just curious.
I don't think it make it home.
I don't think that makes you a hoe. What makes you a hoe, bro?
I don't even know. That's fucked up. I never even asked her.
I
If
think
it was all the same baby daddy, I never even asked her.
shit,
You
hold
dipped
on.
out, or you hit and then you dipped?
Hell no, I kicked it with the kids. What fucking what's that shit called? With the girl with the snow and ice and shit.
Frozen.
Frozen. We watched Frozen.
1 and 2 or just 2?
Just one. The
Okay.
folk went to sleep.
Then you got the mom.
The folk went to sleep.
What's a hoe?
I feel like we covered this before.
Cover it again.
I mean, see, if we comparing a hoe to the amount of kids you have, I feel like it's the
Can
amount.
you do that?
I don't think there's no such thing as a hoe.
Oh.
No such thing.
No such thing as a hoe.
Okay, so it's a double.
I've never heard him speak before.
Y'all said it's a double standard world, right?
I don't think no such thing as a hoe.
Is it a double standard?
Like, what's your definition of a hoe?
I was trying to come up with one.
A hoe to me would be like somebody who's like fucking for like clout, fucking like for anything.
Because fucking for money, you're a prostitute.
Yeah, I feel like you can call a prostitute a hoe.
It's a job. Prostitute.
I don't think prostitutes and hoes are the same.
Listen, I ain't mad at it. But, you know
I don't
what I'm
think-
saying? I'm just saying. I just think
I
that
don't
you
feel like it's the
can.
same thing.
I think you can. I think that like you can call a prostitute a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. Because you're doing this shit for a benefit. You
You
get
can,
paid.
but I think you
Hey,
dead
y'all
wrong.
seen School Days? Have y'all seen School Days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think you
what
dead wrong
Tisha
if you call
Campbell-
prostitute
What
a hoe.
Tisha Campbell did with Spike Lee in there was that some whole shit because he was faking that she fucked him just for like the clout, basically. Like she act like she fucked him just to try to be with the nigga.
No,
Is
she was
that
just
some
that.
hoe
She
shit?
was desperate.
But what are you desperate for?
She
Like,
reaching like she just.
I feel like that. Like you like.
I don't know. A hoe.
A hoe.
So fucking for clout makes you a hoe?
No.
If it's one person. You
I
see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but
it's, listen,
you know,
here's the thing with, here's the thing with the hoe
Add
word.
a little bit to it.
Here's the
But
thing with the
if
hoe word.
that's
My
what
bad.
you
I got
do,
you.
that's what you do.
Here's the thing with the hoe word.
A hoe is proportional
There are
to the amount of
two-
niggas you fucking.
True.
No,
I think a hoe is proportional.
disagree.
I think if you're fucking a nigga, if you're fucking niggas because I just like fucking.
You can't be a hoe
Then
if
you're
you only
not.
fucking one nigga. How does that don't make sense?
But so how is proportionally to the friends you fucking?
To the amount. I don't know the
How many-
amount.
so how many-
There's a formula there.
So what's the amount?
X
What's
to
the amount?
to
No,
the
no,
third
you
power.
know. This is your formula. What's the
I'm
amount
still
of
working
hoes-
on it.
What's the amount of friends that you fuck that makes
You
you a
can't
hoe?
say that because you.
I think hoes,
Well,
men are
never
different.
Can I ask a question?
I think men are. And,
For women, what's the amount of friends that you fuck that makes you a hoe?
oh, is it friends? No, it ain't friends. It's people.
Friends. How many friends you fuck that make you a hoe?
Like within the same
Hey, same
friendship,
group?
the same group.
Same group.
Shit, I was done with
Niggas you know that's friends.
I think it's all situational.
How many make you a hoe?
I think it's situational.
Is
Like
shit,
if I
this shit
fuck,
live?
like if I fuck, like if a girl fuck with a nigga in high school and then 10 years later she fucking with me, I'm not calling
Again,
her.
so here.
But if it's like
I'm glad
you
said
just
that.
running through the squad, I'm gonna be like you a hoe.
I'm glad you said that.
But
That's why
at what point though?
Never
You
mind.
gotta be specific. At what point? Where
That's
you
my point. It's too many. There's too many fucking
Variables?
variables to hoe.
Eh.
There is no
You're the
such
second
thing as
one
a
I'm
hoe.
gonna
There's
get
too
you
many
fucked.
variables.
There's a formula,
There is
dog.
no
You're the second one
definition
I'm
of
gonna
a
get you
hoe.
funny. By the time you hit the third
There's no
one, I'm gonna be
definition
like,
of hoe.
ooh, you a hoe.
What's the definition of hoe? There's no definition.
So can I ask y'all
Too
a
many
question
variables.
off when we done with this? Just don't.
You can always
Answer right now, nigga. Fuck you talking about. Man, pork shot. Get some of this tequila in you, pussy ass nigga. You scared to ask questions?
Cameraman told me to shut up.